Once upon a time, in a remote village, there was a lush forest that followed a quiet river. Everyone who lived in this forest told stories of mysterious and magical places deep within its depths. However, no one dared to venture out and explore these mysterious lands. Emma was a girl who lived in the village. She was cheerful and curious. Quacky was a duck who lived on the village lake, gliding on the water with his wings. One day, while strolling by the river, they both heard stories of the enchanted forest. Emma's eyes lit up and she excitedly turned to Quacky and said, "Quacky, we must explore this forest. Who knows what adventurous places we might find?" Quacky agreed immediately. They set off together. They traveled through the lush green trees. The forest became denser and denser. The song of the wind and the chirping of birds accompanied their steps. Suddenly, however, a magical obstacle gave them pause. A river. But this river was not just water, it carried magical liquids of many colors. Red, blue, green. Emma and Quacky rolled up their sleeves to overcome this challenging obstacle. Quacky used his wings to lift Emma on his back and they crossed over the colored waters. The next obstacle was a mysterious maze. Emma and Quacky made their way through it, wandering through the corridors. They saw an old and mysterious chest in the corner. The chest immediately began to speak. "Hello, adventurers. I am a riddle box, and if you want to get out of this maze, you need to solve the riddle. Here is the riddle for you. A tree has no trunk, no leaves, no sound, no egg on it, but a knife every day. What is this?" Emma and Quacky paused for a moment. They looked at each other and smiled to think about the riddle. Then Quacky excitedly came up with the answer. Of course, a clock. The chest was joyfully opened and a beam of light emanated from it. The walls of the maze began to melt and a way out appeared. Emma and Quacky followed it, overjoyed at having solved the riddle. Finally, at the end of the labyrinth, they were free. They were mesmerized by the landscape that opened before them. With the sunrise, the greenery of the forest greeted them with a dazzling radiance. Together, they continued on their way, proud of having successfully crossed the labyrinth. Emma's courage and Quacky's intelligence had once again carried them through. Together, they had once again demonstrated the strength of their friendship and their determination. And now they continued onward, ready for the other adventures ahead. On the way back, there was one more danger. A witch with dark powers in the forest wanted to stop their adventure. But Emma and Quacky would do their best to overcome this challenge with the power of friendship, courage, and trust in each other. First, the witch cast a spell to make them lose their way. As they wandered through the thick and tangled trees of the forest, Emma and Quacky could not find the right path. It was as if the trees were moving, leading them in the wrong direction. However, Emma's determination and Quacky's keen eyes made them realize the witch's trick. Together, they supported each other to find the right path and found their way out. As a second trap, the witch threw ghosts and monsters at them. Frightening voices combined with dark shadows to block Emma and Quacky's path. However, Emma's courage and Quacky's intelligence allowed them to see the difference between reality and fantasy. Monsters and ghosts were really just illusions of the witch. Together, They defied these frightening images and continued on their way. When they finally returned to their village, Emma and Quacky excitedly recounted their adventures, sharing their fairy tale-like story that they had really lived. The villagers were mesmerized as they listened to this extraordinary adventure. This story was not just a fairy tale, but a real adventure, and Emma and Quacky cemented their place in hearts as heroes of their village. After their magical adventure, Emma and Quacky continued to be remembered as a legendary couple in their village. The strength to overcome adventures and challenges together lies in the bonds of friendship and camaraderie. This story reminds us how precious friendship is, and how important it is to stick together. Because a true friend is someone who stands by us, encourages and supports us even in the most difficult times. Let's not forget that friendship is like a treasure, and protecting and nurturing it makes our lives richer.